Custom Recruiting Services was founded 10 years ago by myself, and the concept was to change the way recruiting services function, to be more of customized approach, reducing cost per hire, increasing quality of hire, as well as decreasing the time to hire. And the concept was to form recruiting outsourcing approach. This was long before it was actually the term RPO was even out there. So we started the company, and the idea was we're going to go into the permanent placement business where our roots were, and because of that, you have a unique ability to understand candidates. One of the things that we do different than I think than any other firm here, we are a boutique firm. We cover the national coverage, and we usually have a small number of clients, and we handle their needs on a national basis in a couple of all high technology but specialized areas. And in order to do that, we put together a flexible team of people that have sales background or technology background. And when we do our services, we're very interested in the candidate side of the equation, almost equally or more so than the client side, in order to put together a cultural fit. So, one of the things that we noticed in the trends, the 4 trends which we voiced today, is that they are changing the mix of the candidates and making it more difficult to find them. And because of that, the most important thing we do is I teach and we train very heavily on how to understand each of the candidate profiles, each generation of them, and be a career coach to them, to understand not only what they're qualified to do, but to also give them education as to what they should do to further their career, to increase their marketability, and to be compatible within a company. If you look at a company in turnover, much of the turnover, and we could discuss the percentages, but I've heard numbers as high as 70 to 80% are because of corporate cultural incompatibility. Well, one of the reasons for that is different age brackets have different needs, sizes of companies come into play, as well as career goals of the individual come into play. If you ask any of my recruiters on a given day about a candidate, whether they're going for a contract position or a perm position, or whether a management position, they will all tell you the 5-year plan of that candidate. They will tell you what things they're strong at and what they're not good at. They will tell you a couple of their tasks, and they will tell you what's some of the personal chemistry that has worked well for them in the past. Unfortunately, that process takes time. So in many cases, unless we can partner with someone where we understand the other side of the equation, what is the manager's style, what is the department style, what is the company style, what is the growth, what is the product life cycle of that company, as well as those projects or departments, then we can put the right person in the right place with a higher probability. That is our strategy. So we are clearly candidate focused, because when clients such as yourself come to us, what they really want us to do is be able to give you selectively looking candidates who are going to fit into your culture. Our areas of specialty, we were also one of the first of 20 companies to join the RPO Association in the U.S. We're pretty proud of that. We're moving toward that. We do a thorough training of our recruiters on some of the elements I just told you. Our specialties are really in the SAP space, contract, perm, contract to hire, sales and marketing, which we also do in the technology space, and we do general IT. But our primary goal is to put together compatible, a match between the candidate with their goals, with a client, and their opportunities. Thank you very much.